I went down to local communities firsthand to see how stop and search has affected members of the community and how they feel about how police use their powers.
Well, I don't really think that they do their job properly, because if they were doing their job, there'd be a lot more criminals in prison and a lot less criminals out in the public.
The police, I think the police perception on people is different. They stop and search black people a lot more than any other race. Around here, like, it's almost as if we're inferior to any other race.
Me generally, I don't really like them at all.
Genuine impression of the police that I've got is they need to do better. Like, I have a better relationship with ethnic minority people, because ethnic minority people get stopped a lot more than any other colour.
Like, obviously, the police got a job to do. Like, we all understand that, but I don't know. They run on stereotypes, and they'll look at certain people, and as soon as they see them, they'll feel that they're committing a crime, even if they're not doing nothing wrong. I think that's just society, but as the police, they should be able to look at everyone individually and not judge.
Well, really, I think you summed it up. They're just here to cause trouble, because really we ain't doing nothing, and all we do is get harassed.
They're here to help us in some ways, but in the majority times, we get harassed more than anyone else.
Well, they do their bit. Yeah, but most of the time, like, we don't really see them doing, like, helping anyone out, really. You get me?
Obviously, they're here to help, because they're supposed to be preventing crime. You know what I mean? But I think they cause trouble in unnecessary areas. You know what I mean? Like, you get obviously you have representations, and you get represented in a lot of different ways, and I think the police sometimes don't help a person.
Well, in general purposes, generally speaking, of course they're here to help us. They keep society in check, apparently, but us as individuals in the area where I'm from, no, I don't believe that they're out to help us.
Well, the police in my particular community, they're not really doing nothing for the community. Like, they call themselves police and community officers, but I don't really see what they're doing.
Do you? My community, for my perception, is they're here to stop me. Me personally, because I'm black. I'm gonna be real, because I'm black.
Police in the community, there's a lot of stop and search, really. Like, I know they're doing a bit, but sometimes they go a bit too far. You get me?
In my community, it's my general representation, like idea of the police in my community, in Birmingham, in anywhere, is that obviously they're here to help you. Obviously, do you know what I'm saying? But there's certain things that they do, which not all officers. I'm not saying all officers are like hard or whatever on ethnic minority people, but what I'm trying to say is, like, some people are there to help you. Some people take the power of the uniform a bit too far.
Well, locally around here, it's if you've done something in the past, you're targeted. As soon as they see you, straight away you're gonna get stopped. You're gonna get searched. You're gonna get embarrassed, no matter who you're with, because that's what it comes down to, really. Sometimes you're with big people, you're not doing nothing wrong, and police will pull you over and start talking. So
Definitely. Because I've seen it with my own eyes growing up from a little kid, and like, there's no way to put it really. It's ethnic minorities targeted in my area.
Sometimes, like, there's been certain cases where they have, yeah. So yeah, like, I would say, yeah. I don't know, like, it just depends, innit? Like, most of the time it's two white coppers, like, come across with something, see a bunch of, like, black dudes or something like that, they, like, start thinking suspicious and shit. Like, wouldn't be the same if it's like a couple of white dudes getting hanging around.
Oh, listen, I live in an ethnic minority community, yeah. So, like, stop and search or anything like that, or listen, or hearing sirens in the area, yeah, is a common thing, innit? Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know.
Definitely. So when I go out of town, I
think stop and search is a joke, because really it's just giving police powers to do what they want to do, really. Like, we could just be here, I could just be walking to my mate's house, I get stopped and searched for no reason, and they'll say, yo, he's got cannabis on him, or he's got drugs or narcotics or something.
Stop and search is not such thing as stop and search. It's just stop and search that person because it's different. There's no such thing as stop and search.
I really don't like them sort of that act, whatever you want to call it, stop and search. Because like the police do abuse it a bit too much.
stop and search, and stop and search is just, I don't know. They say it's a tactic to prevent crime, but it's abused. It's an abused tactic, definitely.
I just think it occurs because I don't know, they're just wasting their time. There's valuable time there for them to be catching murderers and people that do serious crimes. Instead, they just stop and searching little petty things.
Mainly because I think the crime rate is based on the majority of people who are committing crimes are people. So them, they take that to their advantage in stopping every person who's the same color as us. Yeah.
They say it's part of a terrorist, like, and like, or like they're using that term like for terrorists, like their little terrorist cases and that, try and catch a terrorist and that, but really like they're just going into all different aspects, like into drugs or like other sort of things. Really, they always end up.
I couldn't tell you. That's just really, I think they see certain people as targets for a stop and search. I don't think stop and search is something that they actively use. I think it's something they actively use on certain people.
I think stop and search has served the police for them to be able to stop us and see what we're doing, and really just causing an inconvenience.
They're just curiosity.
Police.
Well,
If you're wrong, that's understandable, but it should be used at certain times when within reason. A lot of times it's abused.